Hi everyone, Vanessa here. I'm going to go over how to clean up your lists before importing it into Ricochet. And it's very important that we clean up the data that we're putting into Ricochet. You don't want to put anything bad inside of Ricochet. It's a lot easier to clean it up prior to than putting it into Ricochet. And luckily, you only really have to upload a bunch of lists first thing when you start the system. After that, it's usually like H data and things like that. So first off, I have this list here, and I've already run it through the DNC scrubber, so make sure that you scrub the list for any do not call leads that might be on there. And then also I have checked all the information, so I'm going to go through that with you. So we've got first name, last name, date of birth, cell phone, address, etc. So we've got all of our headers here in this first row, which is what you need. So you don't want any blank rows or any other data on top of your header. And you want your headers to be clear and concise. If it's something that doesn't make sense, just rename it for yourself so that it's easier. And then we're also going to go through and clean up any columns that are not necessary in the system. So of course, date of birth, cell phone address, that's all great information. We've got over here, if we scroll over, some car information. That's great if you're bringing in auto quotes. We've also got hobbies, education level, favorite color over here. These are columns we don't really need to pull into the system. Ricochet is going to be your prospecting tool. It's not a quoting tool, so we can go ahead and just delete all of that information. We don't need to bring it into the system. We just want the important information. So make sure you delete out anything that you don't need. Make sure you clean it up. Check for duplicates on your list as well. You don't want to get duplicates in Ricochet. It's a lot harder to remove them before just cleaning them and then making sure you're not adding those duplicates into the system. So that's basically how you'll clean up your list. Just make sure there's no additional columns hidden over here and leaving a bunch of blank columns. Just make sure it's all clean data. Once you make sure it's all clean, make sure to save your Excel or your Google Sheet as CSV. So that's going to be comma delimited or comma separated values, whichever one you're using, either Excel or with your Google Sheets. Once you've saved it as CSV, it is now ready to upload into Ricochet.